Oh my goodness. Sheesh. Welcome to another video. Oh, today we're going to talk about, is the EOS RP good for 2024? And I gotta tell you, just to start off with, it is freezing outside. I don't even know how cold it is out here, but it is worth it, and we shall see. But we gotta get inside to where it's warm and we can actually function. Let me close this fence. Sheesh. Here we go. Alrighty, I am back and I'm better. Today we're going to talk about this camera specifically. I am a little biased, I'm not going to lie, slightly biased, only because this was my very first mirrorless camera. However, at the time whenever I purchased this camera, the EOS R was out. And the EOS R was the very first mirrorless camera that Canon released to introduce themselves in the mirrorless world. This was around the second or third one. However, I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely love this camera. This camera is on par with, subjectively, some of the best, simply because if you're looking for a photo camera to start off with, it has 26.2 megapixels. You can't beat that. The R6 and the R6 Mark II dropped down to 24 megapixels. The original R5, not R5, sorry, the original R that they came out with had 30.1. So if you're looking for a camera to take photos with, this is a great camera at 26.2 megapixels. I crop it all the time and I'm typically always fine. I have taken this camera at 26 and I have blown up photos as large as 20 by 30, and I'm sure I can go even larger if I decided to find that format. But this is an amazing camera. Mind you, it is also the lightest camera, the lightest mirrorless and smallest mirrorless camera that Canon has released. And it is a full frame sensor. You can't go wrong with the full frame sensor. There was a time when trying to get a full frame camera in general, you would have broken the bank trying to get a full frame camera in the older format, such as the EF format, whenever you're talking about the 6D and the 5D during those older generational cameras. But you would have broken the bank trying to get one. But this is a full frame. It's priced fairly well. At the time when I bought this, it was around $1,500, but now it's right at $1,000. You can find them for around $1,000 to $1,200. But this is a great camera. Now, if you're doing things like sports photography, it only does 5 frames per second. So it's not doing much, right? And you can increase the shutter speed, but you're only going to get 5 frames no matter how fast you increase the shutter speed. So it is good for, you can do some sports, some entertainment. If you're doing concerts, it'll be fine for that. But if you're doing like F1 racing, it's not designed for F1 racing. This is not the camera for you. But weddings, you can do it. You can do 90% of all events with the camera like this. Now, let's move over to the video. It does 4K, 30 frames. It does 4K, 60 frames. Anything beyond that, this camera may not be for you. It's lacking in the video capability simply because there are other options out there. You can get the R6 Mark II, and it does 4K as well, 8K oversampled if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this, and it only records for 30 seconds in comparison to something that doesn't have a recording limit. But this is a great camera. So like I said, I'm a little biased. If you're looking for something really small, really compact, lightweight, this is a great camera. To be honest with you, I plan on updating it at very soon here, simply because I need more video capabilities, because I'm doing more with video these days. So I plan on updating it really soon, but it has the 3-inch flip out screen. Whenever you're trying to focus on something, you can do touch and drag while you're looking through the viewfinder to focus. So this is an amazing camera. And if you're trying to adapt this RF mount to any of the EF mount, you only need the adapter that Canon sells, or even third-party sales. So I don't have any complaints with this camera. It's an amazing camera. I think it does fit in 2023 and 2024. It works great for both. I've used it since 2016, so it has done well for me. But at this point, I'm upgrading. But I'm definitely going to be keeping this camera as a second body for photo. Not necessarily for video, but definitely for photo. And I think that it's going to go well. I think it's going to go well. And I may even take this camera and upgrade it, but not only that, trade it in, or potentially sell it, or do a little giveaway for all of my YouTubers, and go back 5 to 6 years and get the Canon R, because it has 30.3 megapixels for photo, and I am a photographer, so you need megapixels. Or I can just keep saving my money and upgrade and get the R5 at some point. However, there's a lot of options out there if you're working with the budget and you're still trying to utilize your finances, like I say. And like I say, I would always get lenses before going out there buying the most expensive camera. But great camera for 2024. I definitely recommend this camera. If you're trying to do something different, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be able to give you some suggestions on what you can or what you should be able to do. But otherwise, it's a great camera. Great price. I've used it very well. Still modern, still up to date. I say go for it. So that's it for me. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think it's a good camera? What cameras are you currently using right now? And what industry are you working in? I'd love to hear from you. Until the next time, I'll see you soon. We out.